Welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 72. A quick review of video number 71. During daily recess, a man would turn mad. He wins a lottery. So he travels to Venice to visit a bar in his car and boat while listening to the boatman's song. He also tastes a delicacy and finds the salt dissolving into liquid. He soon runs to hide to his lottery in a vault behind a cave door under the ark. He soon wakes up from his dream and boringly reads the newspaper and is bored to know that lottery is banned. Let's learn and understand today's set of GRE words. Ebullient, showing excitement, overflowing with enthusiasm. Clue, a bubble tree is very happy and excited. Visualize, a bubble tree is very happy as it helped everybody in different ways. Under bubble, a dinner party is now being held. More than chipper, more than happy, more than delighted is ebullient, meaning bubbling with joy and delight. There are two senses of the word of ebullient. One describes an immediate and ultimately short-lived reaction to a particular event. For example, if you have just won the grand prize, you are ebullient. The other describes someone who is perpetually upbeat and cheerful, such as an ebullient personality. Baritone, having a register higher than bass and lower than tenor. Clue, Barry, a heavy frog, sang in a deep tone. Visualize, Barry, a heavy frog, sang in a deep tone at the dinner party. A baritone is a singer with a deep, rich voice. The male star of an opera is usually a baritone. You can use the word baritone to mean the singer himself or as an adjective to describe his voice. A baritone singing voice is the most common one for a man, falling in between the higher tenor and lower bass registers. Baritone comes from the Italian baritono, with its Greek root word baritonus, deep voiced, combining baris as in heavy or deep and tonos as in tone. You get the word baritone. Dyne. The force which applied to a mass of 1 gram for 1 second would give it a velocity of 1 centimeter per second. Clue. Heavy dinner was exerting lot of compressional force on the mosquito. Visualize, heavy dinner was exerting lot of compressional force on the mosquito. After being subjected to a compression of about 3000 to 4000 dyne, many times the impact of a raindrop, the mosquitoes were still able to fly once released. Although the impact of raindrops, simulated by applying several dynes of force, often many times higher than the mosquito body weight, it is proven that mosquitoes survive raindrop collisions due to their low mass. Dyne is that force which acting for 1 second will produce a change of velocity of 1 centimeter per second in a mass of 1 gram. Barograph, an instrument that registers graphically and continuously the atmospheric pressure. Clue, a magician's barogram showed an increase in atmospheric pressure. Visualize, the magician performing at the dinner captured the rise in atmospheric pressure. The barograph showed the atmospheric pressure to be rising 100 feet a minute. As atmospheric pressure responds predictably to change in altitude, barographs are used to record elevation changes during an aircraft flight. A barometer is a scientific instrument that is used to measure air pressure in the Earth's atmosphere. Barometers and pressure altimeters, the most basic and common type of altimeter, are essentially the same but used for different purposes. For example, an altimeter is intended to be used at different levels matching the corresponding atmospheric pressure to the altitude. At the same time, a barometer is kept at the same level and measures subtle pressure changes caused by weather and elements of weather. Eccentric, departing from a recognized conventional or established norm or pattern. Clue, it was eccentric and it sent the mosquito out of the center into the space. Visualize, It was a pressure eccentric, and it sent the mosquito out of the center and into the space. An eccentric aunt left her life savings to her cat. You are most likely to encounter the adjective eccentric in a description of an unusual or quirky person, like an eccentric aunt who leaves her life savings to her cat. From the Greek excentros, out of the center, this word originally had to do with the orbits of planets that were observed to be slightly out of orbit. Eventually, it came to describe person who were a little kooky. But as an adjective and as a noun too, an eccentric is an unconventional, odd person. Think of them as following a slightly different orbit from the rest of society. Let's summarize using the short story. A babool tree is very happy as it helped everybody in different ways. Under babool, a dinner party is held. Barry, a heavy frog, sang in a deep tone at the dinner party. Under the dining table, the dinner was compressing the mosquito. A magician's graph showed an increase in the atmospheric pressure. It was a pressure eccentric that sent the mosquito out of the center and into the space orbit. Time for a quiz. Do you remember the word which means showing excitement, overflowing with enthusiasm? Do you remember the meaning for the word barograph? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? We hope you got all three of them right. In case you haven't, feel free to watch the video again. Let us know about your experience here till we meet next with the next set of GRE words. Thank you.